my peeps? Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. How are my heathens doing today? So I just had a few minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a video. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, but I have two ideas in mind that I've been thinking about making a video, and I just didn't know where to throw them in whatsoever. So I'm probably just gonna do those two in this one video. So my first thing I'm going to talk about is a dream. It was the first dream that I had that I ended up having an encounter with, I guess you would say, an evil entity. It could have been demonic. It could have been, I don't know what it was, but I apologize for this truck passing by. I don't know what it was, but this thing, I could feel the hate. Um, so I go to sleep one night, normal day, normal everything, and I start having this dream. This dream is very vivid and it is very weird. I had that, so people say, well, scientists say that whenever you have a dream of a person or anybody that's in your dream, it's somebody that you've encountered in real life. Your mind doesn't make up faces or anything like that. You have to have seen this face. And in this case, no. No. Um, so I'm on this dirt road and I'm at a crossroads. So on pretty much every side except fucking right in front of me is complete desert. There's three roads, or it's a crossroads. There's three roads that's going behind me, to the side, and to the right. On all those sides, it's complete just fucking desert as far as you could see. In front of me, there's a bunch of trees growing over the road. I can't remember what this movie was. It was a movie about you gotta stay alive in the video game to stay alive in the real life. It came out in 2000s. And in that movie, there's a road where all the trees grow over the top. Like, they're on the side of the road, but all the branches and everything makes like a canopy over the top. This is what that was. But it was just the one row of trees on each side. Everything else on the side of it is fucking desert. But at the end of this fucking road, there's a lady. I could see her. And I'm looking at her, and she tilts her head like that, and she's looking at me, and I could just feel this fucking hate. I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it was demonic or just an evil spirit or something that manifested in my dreams. But I could feel this hate emanating, whether it was because I'm human or whether it was because, fuck if I know. And I could just feel it. She wanted to rip me apart, like fucking completely just fucking destroy me. And she's looking at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? She's wearing a tattered dress. She has black hair, really stringy, really fucked up. And her face, I don't fucking recognize this chick, like, at all. I've never seen anybody that looks like her. And she's fucking looking at me. All of a sudden, that hate just fucking bubbles up, and I could feel it reached its fucking apex, and boom, this lady starts running up at me. She's fucking, she was probably a good 300 feet away. Within seconds, she was fucking right in front of me. So she's running, but when she's running, she's doing these weird jerks and moving to the side and fucking like zigzagging, and fucking is the weirdest fucking thing ever. and she's running up on me, and I remember just fucking thinking, if this chick gets a hold of me, I'm completely fucked. Like, she's gonna fucking kill me. And it was the weirdest thing. Fucking within a few seconds, she was up on top of me. Right before she gets to me, I feel a hand grab me on my shoulder from behind me. Very large hand. Very thin. Like, I don't, it was very thin, but a very large hand. Grabbed me over the shoulder and yanked me back. What was weird was when this chick was right up on me, I could feel like, almost like, just, I don't know how to say it. Like, when she was up on me, I could almost feel her breath. I could almost, like, smell the terrible fucking smell that she had on her. And I could literally felt like wind when I got yanked back. And I always say that it was something where that pulled me back. And my theory is that was a warning, that was some form of demonic entity, and she was just showing me that when you work with stuff that we're working with, or you're working with entities, you're talking, doing divination, and you don't know who's coming through or anything like that. This is stuff that can come through. This is stuff that can happen. And I felt it was a warning to tell me, yo, fucking, you need to be careful who you're talking to. You need to be careful to make sure that your divination, you're not opening up yourself to anything negative, anything fucking like that you don't want to. You need to direct your questions. They have to be short, sweet, and straight to the point. You need to know, not only in your mind, and you got to know your intent. You got to know who you want to talk to, and you got to say it. You got to say nobody else come through, stuff like that. Well, that's how I feel. That's what I do. And it's just, it's just a warning. And I do want to address a question that I had got on my previous video from yesterday. I had somebody actually ask me how you invoke Santa Muerte. I can't answer for everybody, because everybody probably does it different. Everybody's craft with Santa Muerte is different. The way I do it, I like to call it Neo-Catholicism, because I don't know what the fuck to call it. But what I do is, whenever I'm saying my prayers and I'm getting into my work, I'm sitting at my altar, I always start out my prayer in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And I actually ask God for permission. I'll always say, God, I would like to ask your permission to invoke the most holy death. Something like that. I actually got that from the Grimoire of Santa Muerte by Sofia de Gregorio, I want to say. I'm pretty sure that's it. I just needed a second to think about it. But I started out like that. And for somebody that's like just starting out, when you invoke Santa Muerte, I'm going to say it like this. For me, she doesn't come when you ask her to, unless it's an emergency and you really need her. But what I've noticed is she comes when she damn well feels like it. You could invoke her and stuff like that. It's just she'll listen, but she's not going to present herself. She's not going to manifest herself. And she's going to do those and manifest herself and show herself to you and show you that she's still there in the weirdest fucking moments. So that's just something. But yeah, I always ask permission before I invoke. But yeah, I mean, other than that, that's it. I was gonna do some other stuff on this video, but I don't have time. I got to get back to work. But anyway, I'll get back to you guys with that other video. I'll probably post it up today. And anyway, thanks. I'll talk to you heathens later. Peace.